ดูดิ
เอ้า
โอ้
ลงไปข้างล่างลงไปข้างล่าง
โอ้ Hey guys, me Philip and welcome to my channel. In case you're wondering what was going on in that video, well, let me explain why. So, I went to a British high school, and of course I applied to some British colleges. I wanted to do math with finance, financial mathematics actually. So, I applied to Imperial College, and here's my stats. I got a pretty decent IGCSE, which is equivalent to like, it's more of like SAT subject, but it's for freshman, sophomore year of high school. I got a pretty decent grade for that, and for A-levels, which is more of like an American AP, no, a British AP. I got a pretty decent predictions as well. In the UK, you don't really get the grades until you graduate. So what they would do is they would give you some predicted grades and then show them to the university like, here's what my grades would look like by the end of the graduation. Would you accept me? And they'd be like, yeah, I would let you in, but you have to get this grade when you graduated. Something like that. So I got a pretty decent predictions. I got 2 A stars and 2 A's. So I got A stars in math, I got A stars in further mathematics. A stars more of like an A plus if you think about it. And then I got A for chemistry and another A for economics. Really happy about my predictions. Anyway, back to my colleges. My top choice was Imperial College for mathematics with finance. The requirement was 2 A stars and 2 A's, so totally just right in the line. Now, the problem with that was I had to do an admission test, which I didn't know until I about to submit my application. It says in my system like, you need to do this test. And I was like,
What?
so the test that I had to do was called MAT, Mathematic Admission Test, which is basically the same test for what you would apply to Oxford. It's actually administered by Oxford, so you know how hard that is. Okay, so I had to do that test, and after the test, they would look at my MAT score and my school grades, and then they would decide my application. Here's the difference between US colleges and UK colleges. So for UK colleges, it is a rolling admission. That means that if you apply early, you will get your results early. There's no scheduled date as in America, where you have like, where you get all of your results in, let's say like March and April. So that's the main difference, and it really depends on your college and your major. If you majoring in a more competitive major, like let's say engineering or from STEMs, it would take you about usually, it really depends, 1 week to like months. For some competitive colleges like Imperial, Oxford, LSE, it would take you up to like March because they want to see the entire pool, and they'll just choose from there usually. So back to my story. I was just vibing. It was about 3 weeks in after I submitted my application. I was practicing my MAT at that time, and then I got a mail from the Central Admission System, which we call it UCAS, and it was like, there was some change to your application, go look at the portal. And me and my friend was like, oh wow, that must be an offer, that is my first offer, I'm going to college, wow. So I decided to film this video. Very happy, very thrilled, very excited, very hyped up. I was gonna cry out of joy. Here it is. ดูดิ
เอ้า
โอ้
ลงไปข้างล่างลงไปข้างล่าง
โอ้ oh my god. And then I started to break down in Starbucks at 2:30 p.m. And everybody was looking at me because it was so crowded, and my friend was like, okay, what the hell are we gonna do with him now? yeah, so I cried from then to dinner, which I had it with my friend. And then I started having this like existential crisis. It was like your first breakup, you know? If you know what I mean. Like, because I didn't apply to US colleges at that time because it was still like September, October. So I was like, okay, what if I got rejected to all of the colleges in the UK? Like, am I gonna be high school dropped out? Do I have to be a gap year? And I was like, okay, maybe I have to do gap year. That would be so cool. But what did I do in my gap year? Like, I started to have like all these weird imaginations. And then I had this second thought where I was like, wait, if they said they were gonna look at my application and my admission score, why would they reject me without knowing my admission score? Because at that time it was around early October and the test wasn't up until Halloween's Day. So I figured out there must be something wrong with my application. So I emailed the admission team at Imperial and asked them like, could you give me some feedback? Because if there was actually something wrong with my application, I still have time to withdraw it and just do it all over again because the actual deadline was up until December. So they replied me 2 days later saying that, oh yeah, we made a little mistake on our system. Just so you know, we are still considering you in full and you should take your admission exam and then we'll see on that later. And I was so happy. Like, I was like, wow, why did you have to play me like that? Like, whoa. So in the end, I got rejected from Imperial again. But this time it wasn't because of an error. It was actually, I feel like it was because of the admission score, because it was so damn hard. Like, the test was about 2.5 hours long. Like, see this question right here? How the hell am I supposed to do that? Like, circles, angles, like what? Anyway, so I didn't get into Imperial, but that's totally fine because I'm back in New York again. I'm at NYU now and I met a lot of cool friends. And if you want to know how I got into NYU, stay tuned for next video. And that's it guys for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. If you want to see more of my life, please follow my Instagram. And I'll see you on my next videos. Bye guys.